Hello everyone, how we all doing? Coming back in with an AS video. I've done a few vlogs recently and just filmed my daily stuff, but I thought I'd come back in with another chatting video and update you on where I'm at with my pain levels, with AS, with training, with eating, with everything. And as you'll see from the title of the video, I think is, yeah, pretty much had 2 months of zero pain. When I scroll back through my calendar, I can remind myself and prove it as well. Like I write down at the end of every day, morning and night, what pain levels are, and most of them are 0, maybe a 1 and a 2 here and there, but I still kind of class them as 0. Yeah, and like, first of all, for me, you have to like pat yourself on the back or like just celebrate for a moment, looking at where you've come from, and be like, yeah, that's really good. Very, very happy with that. Training like 4 or 5 times a week, back kicking a football around, playing tennis without discomfort, feeling strong. Yeah, it's all going really well. So that's the main bulk of the last 2 months. And again, look at my older videos to see why and what I've done and stuff like that. But obviously, eating, training, being happy, seeing friends, you know, just living a good life. Obviously, the eating's the main one. Yeah, so it's happy days, and again, if anyone's watching this who's having issues or who's going through a similar thing, like it is possible, because I was in a point last 6 months ago and then the whole of 2019 pretty much thinking, what the hell is this, what am I doing? I'd go for a walk and be in dire pain, and be wondering like, how am I even going to fix this? And getting a few confirmations of diagnosis and testing different things out and going strict on eating and putting my health first really has made this big difference, and I'm enjoying my life a lot more, doing the things I want to do, getting to where I want to be, and yeah, just happy. Yeah. That isn't all I want to talk about. So yeah, we've got 2 months, no pain. I must say recently though, and you'll see from the title of the video again, I've got a bit lazy on my eating. So once a month I've had a bit of an indulgent day and kind of gone off track. That's been the main pattern, but recently I've just eaten ice cream like 3 nights in a row. That's in the past 2 weeks. And even like smashing some muffins and Weetabix, and I don't know, maybe just because of the zero pain, I'm just kind of, don't know, getting a bit lazy, or I've got a few holidays coming up, and I know I'm going to drop off a bit then, so I'm kind of using it as an excuse of like, oh, I'm testing bad foods just to check like I'm okay on holiday. Bit of a shit excuse, but I'm using it anyway. And it's quite useful. The main thing that I've found is gluten. When I hammer gluten, it causes, I feel that tingling pain. I haven't got up to like a 5 or 6 from it, but I've like I've said, zero pain for most of it. The times when I've had gluten, e.g. 2 days ago, I can even feel within a few hours like the SIJ starting to tingle, my right leg starting to tingle a bit. And then I got to about a 3 out of 10 pain yesterday. Still managed to train and everything, but yeah, I could start to feel it. And I mean, I shouldn't be eating gluten, and that's just a reminder. Clearly, there is a link for me between eating gluten, leaky gut, and AS. So I need to keep that on the minimum, on the low levels. Ideally 0. Keep it low. Because I didn't just eat a bit of gluten, I did smash a fair few like muffins and stuff like that. But the good thing, I wasn't on my arse, like almonds put me on my arse. I wasn't on my arse, I'm still fine, still training, obviously a bit of inflammation, so I can eat a lot of gluten and still survive and have a smile on my face and not like dead. I'm still surviving, like I haven't been taken by the gluten ghouls. So that's a good thing, and when I go on holiday I want to be able to, if necessary, eat a pizza and not feel like, oh, I've got to go and cook my sea bass, or what a shit life, but you know what I mean. I want to be able to chill, maybe drink beer and know that I can still enjoy myself. And when I won't be training hard when you're on holiday, I hope that the drop off in diet won't cause too much of a inflammatory response. So yeah, stay away from gluten. I'd say most people with AS, and just get off it for 30 days, then give it a go, see how you feel. If you don't believe me or believe any of the science, just give it a rest for 30 days. Day 31, smash a few muffins, see how you feel. That's your experiment for you. Maybe you'll be fine. Yeah, so there's my food thing. So yeah, I'm going on holiday soon, as I've just said, where I will drop off my diet quite a lot. Not purposely, but if I'm going to allow myself to drop off and just see what happens. And I don't know, I feel like my brain wants to just not have to be thinking about this too much. I'm still going to eat well because I've created habits that allow me to just eat well. I don't have to actually think about waking up and eating minced beef and eggs in the morning. It's just what I do. There's no willpower required there, but there'll be times when obviously I'm going to be drinking and chilling and going out for food, and I'm just going to eat what I want to eat to an extent. But most of the time I want to eat sea bass, or I want to eat fillet steak, so that'll be absolutely fine. So you'll see my videos over the next month or two where I will report back. maybe it goes tits up when I am actually flattened by like too much ice cream and lollipops, lolly ices. But yeah, that'll be what's coming up. Going back to the past few months, yeah, I've not seen my physio because obviously COVID stopped all that stuff, and definitely not let it stop me. It shouldn't let any of you stop you in still trying to better your life. Obviously, we had a really good relationship, me and my physio, so there was, you know, I really felt like it was adding to my recovery, and it was helping me. He was helping me point out things that I wouldn't see. But for anyone else out there, if you're relying entirely on one other person, or a rheumatologist or a physio, to be solving all your issues, this is obviously the time when you're going to be struggling, and hopefully at the time when you realise that this is your health that you have to take full responsibility of. No one else should care as much as you, and no one else really can understand you like you. You've got to do it all yourself with the help, and in these times it will pretty much be all by yourself. But hey, great thing to learn, and it is a bit shit, I imagine, and I've seen the comments and the messages I get. It can be, yeah, it is shit. I've been through the shit, but don't let it defeat you, and just plug away each day. At the end of the day, write down the things that you did well, and you'll realise that those things stack up. And don't always look at the negatives of, oh, well, this pain and that didn't work and I can't do that. Whatever, just focus on the good things you can do today and work on from there. I feel like I'm going fully off sidetrack here. I actually had a note of what I wanted to speak about, so I didn't miss anything. Yeah, that's it. So you saw my last video where I was smashing a bowl of oats. I've started eating more carbohydrates. Yes, as you can see by the big fat smile on my face, carbohydrates are great. Yeah, more carbs, and there's been no issue, obviously zero pain the whole time. So I actually feel like I've got past the need to have low starch, and now it's more about avoiding the shit like gluten and dairy and tomatoes, definitely for me. I don't feel like a high or a low starch diet now has any effect, because I've upped my carbohydrates, now eating starch. Most meals, maybe half to 2/3 of the meals I eat now. I'm eating a lot more white rice, and there's been no link at all. However, when I eat gluten, there is that tingly leg, like I said before. So carbohydrates are fine for me. Maybe some people, low starch is very much necessary, but I've got past the point where I needed low starch to start with, and now I'm fine without. But definitely now, carbs have gone up. Still a happy boy. Yeah, I've spoken about that, said about that. Oh yeah, last thing actually. Anyone else want to try and help me out with this, because I'm figuring this one out. Amongst this zero pain, I've actually had my first ever symptom of lower back stiffness, and I know this is quite a common symptom for most people. You'll see me touch my back there, but yeah, it's randomly started one morning, and I was like, oh, what's that? Especially just like when I'm like here and I'm like round in there, I can feel the stiffness. It is pretty bad, but the good thing about it doesn't stop me from doing anything. Any exercise I'm doing, it either drops off, or I just don't notice it. So that's the good thing about this. I don't really class it as pain. I see it as different to the pain, because this stiffness, like I'm saying, it doesn't prevent me from training or playing tennis or whatever, whereas the normal SIJ pain literally stops me from walking. But that's a new one for me, and I would definitely have rather the stiffness than the pain. So again, happy days, but it's now a new thing for me to have to consider, and maybe there's things I'm doing or not doing that are causing it. I feel like I'm at the start of this one, so I'll report back as to where that goes, but hopefully a month of holiday effectively will de-stiffen my back, and that becomes a non-issue. And yeah, but I don't think, if I know AS quite well, I know that it's not that easy. It's not that simple. It doesn't just go away. But what I do know from AS is that if you set your mind to fixing something and don't just see it as, oh, this is me and this is what I have, I'm poor me, diseased me. If you don't look at it like that, and if you look at it like, oh, this is another challenge that I get to figure out, and I wonder what's causing that, and who could I possibly speak to help me with that? If you look at it like that, then it seems to, for me, that seems to be giving me the good results. I'm eating carbohydrates and still fine. Okay, there's the check-in. This might be the last video before I go on holiday, and I'm sorry for those that are used to these informative and don't know, like PG videos, but I've got like holidays coming up and I want to just vlog and go back to my old like festival video, and so follow along if you want. If not, just stick to these AS videos. But I will be showing you what I do on holiday, what I'm eating, what I'm not eating, and I will try and include all the pick and mix and the Coronas and stuff like that I eat, and just report back as to what happens. Because that strict life of no fun and no chill, I don't think it's for me just yet. But you can see what happens to me when I do it. I'll be entirely honest with you, and then you can make your own decisions based on what I've done, maybe, or you can just watch and laugh at me and live your own life. But yeah, take care everyone. Nice one.